So delegation, when we work with teams that we have a variety of experience and skill sets, delegation can be the hardest thing that any team faces. So with Kurmi as a provisioning and daily use tool, it's a tool for all of your operations. So we might have some expertise on PowerShell with one or two people, but those people may not be the best person to perform our daily operations with Microsoft Teams and telephony resources. So we would talk about delegating those daily operations to other team members. Those team members don't need high privileges in Teams. Maybe I'm not a Teams administrator, but I just need to assign a license or a group for maybe a telephony application. With delegation in Kurmi, we can talk about how you might have less mistakes. If we do things by hand, of course, we have a million things to think of. So just in the Microsoft Teams environment, we have the dial plan, the PSTN usage, emergency parameters, routing policies, caller ID policies, recording policies. I could go on and on and on and on. Each one of those settings is something really important. And, with telephony, sometimes we describe that if you get one question wrong, the whole thing fails. So each one of those settings is important. So with a tool like Kurmi, a portal for all administrators, we take a lot of that question out of the situation, making it easy. So when we're configuring and installing Kurmi or we're deploying Kurmi for you, we are baking in your business logic, especially with emergency parameters. Those things are so important. And so based on the location and the type of user, each one of those settings is going to be really appropriately picked. That way the guesswork is taken out. So all of us would benefit from that, even if we know each setting perfectly. When we talk about delegation, we want to make sure that the right people have the right information at their fingertips and nothing more. So most organizations with Microsoft Teams might have one tenant, and across multiple countries and sub-organizations, there's not a really good way to keep people from working on the parts that they're not supposed to see. But with Kurmi, as a portal for all admins, we offer some great segregation of data. And so admins in the Paris office can see only their resources. Admins in the global perspective can see everything. So I'm going to show you next. I'll take the turn to show off. Antoine's been doing a great job. But let's take a look at Kurmi as a portal, and we'll focus on some delegation. So.
I love the fact that now it's your turn to do the demo, and that's going to be a live demo, which is even better. So,
no pressure, right? Okay, so we're logged in as a Kurmi global administrator. So when we're logged in this view, let's say that I'm managing the Microsoft and telephony resources for my entire organization. So I have some great dashboards that show me the users created per what we call departments or regions or locations. So I've got a view as a global administrator of users in Dallas, users in Paris, and users in Los Angeles, and just a breakdown of those users and the applications and permissions that they have, okay? So as a global admin, maybe I can show you quickly what it looks like when I have access to all of these sites. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna build somebody in the I think that's Sydney office, yeah, okay. And so here I can choose that, and I just chose the appropriate number with our DID number management, and user with a voice basically gives us everything. So with delegation, maybe I want to hand off the daily administration, moves, adds, change, deletes to somebody from a more regional perspective. Somebody in the US region, they know their users, they know the permissions, they know everything that is involved with their specific region. And that way they don't have to learn the whole global perspective. So with Kurmi, I can emulate, which is what I'm going to do right now, a user as a USA admin, whether I'm a global admin or a regional or what we call a department admin. When I'm logging in, I get right to the view that I need to see. So we've changed the color scheme here to represent what a regional or a department admin sees. So I'm a USA admin. So now, as you see, I can only see the Dallas resources and the Los Angeles resources, and now we don't see the Paris users. So I can only see the users I need to see, and now my view is a little bit simplified for just my purposes. So these are the 3 departments or the regions the sites that I can manage, and so maybe I pick New York, and we pick users with voice, and as I can great. So we can see that Kurmi knows the phone numbers that are appropriate for the New York office, and all the permissions are baked in. So as a local or regional admin, I can see what I need to see and nothing else, and that way the global teams can focus on the bigger picture, while I can provide value add to my local users. So this is a great way to make sure that everybody is on point.